All right, so welcome to our call. I'm really excited that we have a lot of people on here. I missed everyone. I feel like I disappeared for a week. I was on vacation visiting Kelly, doing a few other things, just traveling around Florida. But I'm really proud of all of you guys for kicking butt, even though I was not as present in the team page as I would have liked to have been. And I just wanted to let you guys know, I'm not sure if you realize this, but we are super close to hitting our elite goal. It is within arm's length, and we really need to get fired up because if we can't back down now, we just really need to keep pushing for it. So on our team call today, we have my coach, Kelly. She is a 6-star diamond coach, I believe, or 6, yeah. She is an elite coach. She is just super amazing. I can't even explain her. And I love you. No, she has helped me so much, and I would not be where I am today without her. So I don't know. She has so many accolades. I don't even know where to start with this. But I'm just really happy to have her on the call, and she's going to talk to us today about how we can make this elite goal happen and what we really need to do as far as mindset and not giving up on this, because we are so close to it. And I would hate to kind of back out now, even though we have a lot of work to do, but it's totally possible. So take it away, Kelly. Wait, you can't hear you. Hold on. What happened?
There we go.
There we go. Sorry.
It's all cool. It's cool. Thank you for having me on this call. I absolutely adore the living hell out of you. I think that you are fantastic, and it's incredible to see what you and your team have all done. I see some just fantastic rock stars on this call. I mean, we got Carolyn squared, Emmy, got Jessica. I see all of you guys, so many more of you. I know that you all are just hustling your butts off. You're doing the work. And it's really incredible to see everything that you guys are all accomplishing. To see the success that you guys are having. I mean, this isn't just Carolyn having success, this is the entire team having success. It blows my mind because, I got started in 2005. I didn't really do diddly squat with it until a year and a half in. So that meant for an entire year and a half, I didn't make any money doing this at all. Nothing. You can look at my paycheck stubs, there's zeros all across the board. So I didn't do anything with this. So it's really cool to see you guys hitting the ground running. Even maybe if you might have started as a discount coach for a month or two, to know what you guys are doing now, though, that's phenomenal to me. And what's even cooler is some of you on this call, you may not have had success yet. You may not have sold your first challenge package, or maybe you sold a challenge package and you haven't done anything since, and you're kind of kicking yourself in the butt and you're really discouraged. But please know that what you're doing right now is far better than anything I did in the beginning. Even when I started working the business, my paychecks were very inconsistent. I was making $30 one week. The next 2 weeks, I wasn't making any money. And so it's natural. It's okay to have things go and take their time. This isn't something that is overnight success material. It takes putting in effort, but I can guarantee you that the coolest thing in the world is the fact that what we do compared to what other people do to earn income. Let's look at a doctor. So a doctor, they have to go to school for years on end to be a doctor. Then once they're out, they got to start worrying about paying back all that freaking student loan debt. They have to find a place to practice. They have to pay out their staff. They have to pay medical insurance. They have so much to do in order to earn an income, not even including the time that they spend actually practicing being a doctor. I mean, I don't believe a doctor's work ever ends. And those poor people, they bend over backwards to do what they do, and they do eventually end up making money. But the truth is when do they get to enjoy that? When do they get to go on a vacation for 3 weeks and still make the same amount of income as if they were actually at work and working? That doesn't happen. But what happens is with this business, you have the ability to be somebody who doesn't even have a college education. You may have like a GED, or you may be a college dropout, or somebody who bounces around from job to job. But when you find this and you put consistency and effort into this for like 2 years straight, 2 to 3 years is all it takes for you to have an income that rivals a doctor. And not only that, but your income rivaling a doctor doesn't even amount to the freedom that you have that somebody like a doctor doesn't have, or a lawyer doesn't have. They cannot take 3 weeks off from their job and expect to make the same amount of income. That's just not doable. But here I am. I'm sitting here 3 weeks in October. I went to San Diego, Hawaii, and LA. And during those 3 weeks, I maybe put 2 to 3 hours into my business, if that. And it was so crazy because during that time off, I earned like the second highest paycheck ever that I've ever made while I was on vacation, not working my business. That doesn't happen elsewhere, ladies. Like, this is the real deal. If you want to have freedom, if you want to make a difference, if you want to feel like you're contributing to the world, dude, go all in right now. Whatever it is that you've been doing, double it. Make it happen. There is so much crazy fulfillment that can be had because of this. And so, right now you guys are all looking to become an elite team. So let me share with you what happened with me when I was looking at becoming elite. So I became friends with Meg Kozlowski last year. I had already known Meg because we were from the same town, but her and I didn't ever really hang out. But we ended up like really talking and having a good time, and we ended up last year we were like BFFs. We hung out all the friggin' time. And so Meg talked to me like halfway through the year, and she's like, where do you stand with elite? And I was like, elite? I don't even know what that means. This is June. So Meg is talking to me and trying to get me to become an elite coach. She looks at, like my ranking and all of the little crazy files that Beachbody sends to you to let you know where you stand once you reach the status where you can start receiving those emails. And so she looks at everything and she's like, dude, you could totally make elite happen. And so that's what I and my team started to do. We started rallying behind becoming an elite team. What we ended up doing was we ended up accomplishing it. We ended up becoming an elite team last year. And through becoming an elite team, oh my goodness, so much craziness and awesome things have happened. So because we went elite, now this year we have 2 of our team's top producers rallying behind becoming elite. Carolina's, and so is April McDonald. They're both rallying because they saw the cool crap that can happen once you become elite. So not only do I get rewarded, but my team gets rewarded. My team has more one-on-one interaction with Beachbody Corporate because Beachbody Corporate looks at me and they look and say, she's a leader, so she probably has some leaders underneath her, and we're going to start reaching out to them. So that's why Caroline started working with, one of the Beachbody Corporates. They started talking to her because they saw that I was elite, and they looked down into my downline and they saw that the potential in her. And they see the potential in your guys' entire team to become elite. So what that means for you guys is once you become elite this year, next year it's freaking cool because they're going to start reaching down to you guys and mentoring you one-on-one. And once they start doing that to you, oh my God, what you can experience is crazy. Not only are you going to be that much more like passionate and just like absolutely head over heels for this opportunity, but your income's going to grow majorly. So when you become an elite coach, if you are within, I think, the top 150 elite coaches, Beachbody will pay you $500 a month for being elite. So that is something that's going to happen for Caroline. But that right there should inspire the living hell out of you guys. Because what could an extra $500 do for you? So you get to elite this year. Your entire team gets to elite. So then what happens next year when you're pushing for elite? What could an extra $500 in bonus cash do for your, like, would it be a new car payment for you? Would it help you to pay off your student loan debt? Would it be something that you would use to channel towards vacations? Anything is possible when you receive that kind of income. Not only that, but I was offered the opportunity to be in the Hammer and Chisel test group. And all right, you want to talk about being stupid? Listen to me and learn from my mistake. I checked my email way too late. And once I saw the opportunity to be in the Hammer and Chisel test group, I ended up responding to it the day after the last day you could submit your information to be accepted. So I am so mad at myself for that, because that could have been such a cool opportunity. But that's what can happen for you guys next year. I know that they've even reached out to people in my downline to be a part of test groups. So guys, this is so crazy, because what you're doing is you're paving the way for more success. What's going to happen is next year, Carolyn's going to be walking across the stage, and you guys are going to be joining her as well. There's a lot of you on there who deserve to be walking across that stage. And once you help to get that elite status on lock, what's going to happen is there's a lot of you I'm looking at right now that will be walking across stage 2 because you reached that level. So it's absolutely never, ever too late to make this happen. You know, you might be sitting here right now and like, hell, I need like 4 other coaches, or I need to sign on 1 coach. Dude, make it happen. There's absolutely no reason why you can't make that happen. If you need to sign on 1 coach, you need to talk to 10 people about the coaching opportunity, and I guarantee at least one of those 10 will sign up. If you need to sign up 4 people, you need to talk to at least 40 people, and hey, that's totally freaking doable. You need to talk to at least 40 people, and you need to be looking at your closest friends and family, and you need to say to them, look, I need you to be a part of this. I have this incredible opportunity that I am running with, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that in 2 to 3 years' time, I'm going to be making at least a 6-figure income, which will probably put me at about $2,000 to $3,000 each week. Now, you can do this with me, and that would be freaking awesome, because like I said, I need you. I want you to experience this with me, because if I'm going to have this kind of success, I want you to have this as well. I don't want to leave you in the dust. But if you decide not to do it, that's totally fine. I would just hate for you to regret this somewhere down the line, because guess what? The train is leaving the station, and I am going balls to the walls with this. So are you in or are you out? You need to have that level of conviction, that level of belief. You know, you might be sitting here right now like, but I'm not successful, and talking to people about the coaching opportunity intimidates me. How bad do you want this? Because I'll tell you what, my story, I used to suffer from an eating disorder that totally wrecked years of my life. Years of my life are a blur. And I didn't accomplish diddly shit during that time of my life because I was so immersed into this eating disorder. I was depressed. I had suicidal thoughts. Being on a call like this right now, talking to We have 10 people on this call. So even the idea of talking to 2 people would have scared the living hell out of me. And I probably would be stammering all over my words with zero confidence in myself whatsoever. I was a huge partier. I didn't have any dreams, any ambition, anything that I was looking to accomplish in my life, because I thought, this pretty much sucks. Like, this is my life, and my life isn't going anywhere. I was on the Van Wilder plan at college, wasting so many years partying and wasting time not knowing what it was I truly wanted to do. So, because of this, though, my entire life has switched around. I'm no longer suicidal, no longer depressed. I have an income that I couldn't ever imagine. I have best friends. Like, dude, this girl right here, I absolutely love her. Like, it's so cool how this can bring awesome people into your life. So you got to look at this and you got to wonder, like, what is it that I truly want to get out of this? And once you look that dead in the eye and say, all right, I want to pay off my student loan debt. I want to get friends and family on board so that they can change not only their health and their finances, but they can change their entire state of being. Do you want to travel the world? What is it you want to do with this? And whatever it is that you determine you want to do, you need to take a hard look at what it is that you're doing and ask yourself right now if what you are doing in this present moment is going to help you to make that a reality. I didn't get to where I am by talking to the same 10, 50, 100, even 500 people. In my career as a coach, I have talked to well over 4,000 people about this. Not only have I talked to them about coaching, but I've talked to them about challenge packages, about Shakeology, about all of that stuff. So well over 4,000 people. And you know how many people have actually drank my Kool-Aid? Less than a third. And I'm still where I am. So you got to be okay with hearing no. You got to be okay with hearing objection. And you got to be okay with looking at other people who are successful and allowing them to inspire you instead of using them as comparison. Because I tell you what, when I was a year and a half into actually working my business, I still was not a 1-star diamond or a 2-star diamond. And look at what Caroline has done in that much time. Your leader is setting the pace for you. So I'm where I am, even though it took me a lot longer to get here. So Caroline is freaking 23 years old. She's a 2-star diamond. You guys are looking to become an elite team. All of that at 23. I know we have a lot of young blood on this call. I'm looking at every single one of you, and I want you all to know, the fact that you are in this at this age is absolutely freaking ridiculous, because this is the truth. I can only imagine where I would have been in my life right now if when I started this at 23, if I would have taken this seriously and had the kind of level of success that I see not only Caroline having, but all of you having, because you're hitting the ground running. I'm right now am a 6-figure earner. Last year, I earned about $60,000 between 3 business centers, my first, my second, and my ex's business center. This year, I've already doubled that income. My income has more than doubled in a year. So imagine where you're going to be by the time you are 3 to 4 years into this consistently. You are going to be living a life that is unimaginable. But I encourage you all to imagine it. Imagine what your life is going to be like once you make Elite happen this year, and then where it's going to just freaking snowball to next year. It's absolutely crazy. And in case we have a couple of older seasoned people on this call, I want to look at you and say how absolutely inspired I am that you are a member of this team, because I wish I have a 42-year-old sister. I'm 28. My sister's 42. I wish I could get her involved in this, because physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, this would be a game changer for my sister. My sister's gone into foreclosure. I can't even tell you how many times. If I could get her in this, that would be an absolute blessing to me, but I can't, not right now. And so to have anybody on the team on this call who is around the age of 40, to know that you are doing this is absolutely mind-blowing as well, because you could use any excuse in the book to keep you from doing this. A lot, like the one I hear a lot from people who are older that I try to recruit is, I'm too old to begin something like that. You're too young. Like, why would you not do something like this? Do you want to enjoy the rest of your life? Like, this is a beautiful opportunity to really enjoy your life. So what would this look like? Imagine for a second, you guys become an elite team. You have Beachbody Corporate reaching out to you next year. Beachbody Corporate is helping you to advance your businesses. Maybe right now you're a diamond coach. Thanks to Beachbody Corporate, next year they get you up to a 5-star. What does that mean for you? That means once you're a 5-star, you're going to start making that $500 bonus each month if you're an elite coach. That also means that quarterly you're going to make about $3,000. So Beachbody is just going to toss $3,000 at you once you're a 5-star diamond coach. Every quarter, so 4 times a year, you're going to make about $3,000, which is $12,000 you didn't have before, just for being a 5-star coach. If you're a 2-star coach next year, because Beachbody Corporate reached out to you and they started helping you, if you're a 2-star, that means that you're going to make at least $1,000 in quarterly bonuses for a total of around $4,000 that you didn't have. So I'm talking a lot about money, but really what this boils down to is the freedom that money provides for you. What are you going to do with that kind of income? Are you going to give it back? Are you going to pay it forward? Are you going to travel? Are you going to pay off student loan debts? Is your why going to become a reality? All of this is possible because of this opportunity. So do not stop talking to people. In fact, you may not be to that level of success that you have dreamed up for yourself. But the truth of the matter is I didn't get where I am right now by just not talking to people and being afraid to share the coaching opportunity, because I didn't have the level of success that, most people fear that they need to have in order to start opening their mouth and sharing this with people. When I started talking about the coaching opportunity, I painted a vision to people about what I knew would happen because of this. I used to say in my Facebook or my Instagram posts that I would make, I would say, I am looking to work with 4 new people who are looking to completely revolutionize and change their lives for the better. I know that because of this opportunity, I'm going to have the capability to do whatever I want, whenever I want, wherever I want to do it with whomever it is that I want without being financially held back. And because I spoke about that so much, I manifested that. That has become my reality. Now I am living that. And that's the truth of this. So the truth is you don't have to be like a 6-star diamond coach in order to start getting people involved with this. Because I tell you what, I'm making 6 figures and I'm a 6-star diamond, but do you think I have a shit ton of people knocking down my door because I make 6 figures? No. I don't have people you're making 6 figures, sign me up and show me how to do it. No, that's not happening. But what has happened is all of those seeds that I've planted for that 2 to 3 years of really hard work, those seeds that I've planted, those people that I talked to about the coaching opportunity when I first started taking this seriously and who kind of turned their nose up to it, they're circling back around now. They're coming back to me and they're like, hey, what about this. I know that you talked to me in the past, but they're coming back to me. So what you're doing right now, you know, you're a gardener. You're planting a garden, you're planting seeds, and in hopes that someday those seeds will sprout and take off and bloom and become something freaking beautiful. So what are you doing right now to plant your garden? What kind of seeds are you planting? What are you doing to nurture that so that it can become something just absolutely ridiculously beautiful? So Caroline, if you want, I have at least another 5 or 10 minutes where I can maybe take some questions or something if anybody needs any help.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. Does anyone have any questions for Kelly? Around here. Come on. You gotta unmute yourself though if you're talking. Let me do it for her. I think I see she's trying to say something. You talking? Wait, nope.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me just shut my door. Okay, so every time I go to, I'm stopping myself every time I go to approach someone about the coaching opportunity or post about it. I feel like I need to be financially successful to be able to talk to somebody about it. And I know that's not right, but it's kind of stuck in my head. So it's like, they would ask me, okay, so, you know, what has it done for you? Well, I don't have a great transformation story. I'm not financially reaping the rewards because I'm stuck with, I should be reaping the rewards in order to share it. It's like a weird spot that I'm in and I need to get out of it, you know, and I'm watching a lot of videos and stuff, but I know I'm stuck there. So I don't know any suggestions that you have.
So what, Regina, are you hoping that this opportunity can do for you?
Mostly it's financial freedom and independence, which is something that I've never had. I have 2 kids. I'm a single mom, and it's really hard. My daughter's going to be going off to college, and I can't even afford it, and it's depressing. But besides that, you know, I just want to provide a life for them and be comfortable, and I want to be able to give back. I do want to be in a position where I can just like, you know, take that really poor family and just like provide for them and help them. I just want to be in that situation where I could help myself and help other people financially and any other way that I can. And I'm just held back by something. I don't know what it is.
Okay. So I have a good idea of what it is that you're looking to achieve through this. So what successes have you had? Like, has this helped your confidence? Has this helped you to have a really awesome community? Has it helped you to work on yourself to become a better person? Like, what has it done and also financially, like, how much have you earned so far through this? Like,
I probably have sold maybe a couple challenge packs since I signed up, which was maybe the end of June. Like this summer, I could hardly do anything, or I didn't do anything. So I would have to say not much, maybe a couple $100 since I'm a coach for maybe 3 months now, going on 4 months. Like this is probably the hardest I've worked the last 2-3 weeks on reaching out to people. I'm finally getting more comfortable and confident reaching out to people. My fears have gotten less. So I feel like I am getting more confident with myself and putting myself out there. So, you know,
okay. That definitely gives me something to work with. So, Regina, what needs to become your script? What you say to people when you are either promoting the business or people ask, well, what's this done for you? What you need to become confident and comfortable in saying is because of this, I have earned enough to X, Y, and Z. Maybe that's put gas in your tank, pay your cell phone bill, Whatever you use that money towards, you speak on that. Because most people are used to people getting involved in these kind of things, and they know of people who don't have any success. So even to hear that somebody made $100 to $200, that's huge. And I want to say, side note, that people know people who haven't had success in these things, because the truth is the people didn't actually put work into it to make it successful. This works if you work. So with that being said, tell people that because of this opportunity, I've been able to put gas in my tank, or it's helped me to afford gas. But I know that with this opportunity, what's going to happen is I'm going to have a level of freedom and independence that I've never experienced in my entire life. Not only that, but also what's going to happen for me is I'm going to be able to not only help pay for my kids' college education, but I'm also going to be giving back. I'm going to be giving back to the charities and the things that are relevant and dear to my heart. So I'm going to be doing this. It's a done deal. This is happening to hell or high water. So is this something that you want to join me in as well, so that we can both rise to the top together?
Right. So basically more talk about what I know and believe to happen, as well as what's happening, but kind of manifest the whole what's going to happen because of this.
Yep. The more you speak on it, the more it just becomes ingrained in your head, and the more, through the law of attraction and everything, the universe is going to put the things in your path necessary to make everything fall into line, as long as you put the work into it. So continue to put the work into it. Put that belief out there. Broadcast that to anybody who has ears to hear and eyes to see. Let them know that that's exactly what's going to happen for you. And lo and behold, it will happen for you. I have a woman I would love for you to follow, Regina. I'm going to see if I could share screen real quick. Her name is Tina Gonzalez. I think she would be right up your alley.
Awesome.
She is fantastic. She's a little spitfire. She's beautiful. She works the business. She absolutely crushes her goals. She is just somebody really incredible to watch and gain inspiration from.
Thank you. I will.
You're welcome. I'm trying to look somebody else up, but I forgot her name. Yeah. But Tina Gonzalez would be fantastic to follow.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Not a problem, Regina.
Anyone else have any questions? You got 5 minutes. Because I'm too cheap to pay for the full thing. No? Let me see. Wait, I see Amber's on here. I hate to call you out, but I know we were talking recently about we're trying to get you some coaches, and we're running into some objections. So I'm not sure. Maybe Kelly could help you out with that if you wanted to ask her. Do you want me to unmute you so you can?
There you go. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I have people that are interested in doing it. It's just the matter of, I have to wait until payday, and then when it comes time they gave me the date that they'll be able to do it, it's another excuse after that. I have to wait until after that and after that. So it's just like an on and on cycle with a lot of people, and that's my main thing right there. So I just trying to see how I'm able to get over that, because I'm adding new people every day, and then trying to build a relationship with them and not trying to go straight into, hey, would you be interested in doing this? Because I don't want to come off as a cheesy person.
So let me just double check. You said that you have a hard time, like, people saying that they can't afford it. Was that correct, Amber?
Well, it's like, oh, I'll be able to do it next payday, and then, just, follow back up with me on that day. And when I do, it's the same thing. Oh, I have to do it the next payday after that. And then it's an on-again cycle, back and back.
So something that I would encourage that you do, anybody on the call, is when somebody gives you a money objection. So what I admire what you're doing, though, because that's exactly what I was doing, Amber, is I would just like set another appointment or whatever to talk to them or help walk them through signing up. But what I've started doing now is when I get like the financial objection from somebody in terms of, they can't sign up to be a coach because they don't have the money, or they can't get a challenge package, I'll say to them, I'm really good at helping people to find a way to financially be able to afford it through helping you find cash laying around the house that you didn't realize you had. Would you possibly be interested in me helping you to do that so that you can X, Y, and Z? And then the X, Y, and Z is you're inserting their goals. Whatever they said it was that their goal was, you're helping them to, be able to finally have their kid fully embrace them in a hug around their waist because, they can't do it right now, whatever it might be. So then what happens is when somebody says, yeah, sure, yeah, help me out. All I do is I go on Google and I type how to find money in your home or how to get spare cash. And what it typically ends up being is it's just freaking them taking spare clothes they don't use anymore and selling it, getting rid of Xboxes and stuff like that. Because let's be honest, if your life means something to you and you have the opportunity to change your life, freaking sell your Xbox, dude. Like, I can tell you right now, let me show you a guy. He's like one of the coolest people in the world. And hopefully we don't get kicked off here.
I'm getting nervous, so I just wanted to thank you now, just in case we do get kicked off.
Yeah, not a problem. So this guy right here, Tommy Migrant, great friend of mine from Ohio. He was an alcoholic. He was a stoner in the worst way where he wouldn't get anything done. He was depressed. He was severely overweight. And he was poor as shit. And he hated his job. He hated his life. And you know what he did? He sold his Xbox to make this happen. Look at this guy.
Wow.
That's the before and after photo, right? He sold his Xbox to be able to buy a package. You tell me, do you think he regrets that?
No.
No. Now he has 3 kids and probably the hottest wife this guy could have ever imagined getting. Like, that guy who's like 300 pounds, do you think that guy who's 300 pounds could ever imagine that his life would look like this today? No. And that's because he sold his shit to make it happen. So how bad do people want it? Excuses friggin' suck. Like, they don't do good.